Welcome to the Sober Confession, where we converse and confess with a sober mind. This is your host, Jenny, and today we'll be talking about positive energy. Having this positive energy around us, how we can practice having positive energy, and everything that comes along with it. So, I know you're wondering who our guest is today, but this is my first personal podcast. I don't know what I would call it, individual podcast. I'll be the one speaking to you today. People asked me to try this. They asked why I don't share some of my experiences in the other podcasts, but it's because when I host someone, I prefer to learn from them. We learn from them, and I would not want to project my thoughts on what they think or their experience, so we can clearly get to learn from them. So people ask me I don't know what to call it, always jolly, always happy, always project positive energy around me. But I can't say that I'm always happy. I'm human. We can't ignore the human aspect of it. I have my low moments. I have my sad moments as well. But it depends what you choose to focus on. I learned something. We need to focus on facts. If something has already happened, if something is the way it is, think about it. What are you going to do about it? Is worrying going to help? Is feeling low going to help? Is treating the people around you badly going to help or change anything? It's not going to help. It's just going to make the situation worse. Sometimes people choose to talk to others about it. Others decide to keep quiet and withdraw themselves from others and deal with it in different ways. Why I'm starting with this positive energy is because I want to do a series of depression. I will be having several guests talking about their different experiences when they were depressed, and we'll get to learn from them and how they dealt with it. But before we go there, we need to know about positive energy. So as I was saying, focusing on facts and not the thought. If something happens, let me give an example. If you fall down in public, the fact is you're fallen, yeah? But then the thought comes, oh my God, I think those people saw me. Oh my God, maybe my enemies saw me. They're now laughing, they're talking about it. Or other things, you think about so many things. If you notice, that's what makes most people sad after a particular incident, but it's usually their thoughts and not the fact. The fact is you're fallen, yes, and there's nothing you can do about it, but you need to focus on the fact and leave the thought. Because what if your enemies didn't see you? What if all those thoughts are wrong? You're just making yourself feel worse and worse, and I don't know, you're just digging a pit for yourself of depression or sadness or any of that. So we need to focus more on facts than on thoughts. Then we also need to, for me, something that works for me, I realized I smile a lot. People actually tell me that, someone can just tell me, oh Jenny, I saw you and you were smiling. I don't know if I smile when I'm alone anyway, but someone will come and say, hello, why are you smiling? Things like that. But I feel like smiling helps a lot. Even if the smile is not genuine at first, you'll start to feel better, you'll become friendlier, and you'll appear more outgoing perhaps, or it even makes people around you feel at ease to interact with you more. And there's a way smiling makes you feel better. I don't know what the magic is. But I think we all need to smile more. When you're always frowning, for you it's like you always have problems. And I'm not shaming, by the way, but there are people who just don't smile. And there's a way it affects their mood. They think it doesn't, but subconsciously it does. So we need to smile more. It will help the people around us, and it will also attract a more positive vibe around us, if you get what I mean. Yeah. Then what else can I say? Yeah, I figured this is a direction I chose. I choose to give more compliments than negative things. I once told a friend that if I like joking a lot, by the way, guys, I like joking a lot, and sometimes people say I say the truth through jokes, but I don't believe it's true. But if I see my friend has a problem, okay, I wouldn't even call it a problem. Okay, let's say it's a problem or a weakness or something they're insecure about, I will make them feel good about it. I will hype you until you also start believing it. And the more you feel good about yourself, the more you look good. Like you will glow, like for you have no problems. But if you are afraid of how you look, or you're insecure about a particular body part, and the people around you keep making you feel worse about it, you'll just, you'll just be that sad person. You'll attract sadness around you and all that. So personally, I choose to give more compliments than negative vibes. And I realized I can't stay around people who always give negative comments and cannot serve a compliment. I mean, just serve me a little, not actually me, but people around me, because sometimes it gets awkward also. You don't know how to react to so many compliments around you. But at least say nothing than say bad things. Or if someone is looking smart, say, oh, you're looking good today, or something like that. I'll say the same thing, and then we shall be happy people around us. But, a chuck for a chuck and those things, yeah, sometimes it's also, chucks are funny. They're nice if you're not actually saying the truth. But if you're saying the truth, it turns into something else. So, yeah, there are two sides of the coin anyway. Yeah, then we need to learn to live in the moment. If you're talking to someone, I was actually having a chat with my friend this week, and she told me, oh, Jenny, you're such a good listener. But it's something I've worked on, because I wasn't a good listener in the past. And in retrospect, if I think of it, I think I would just want to make people happier. Like if someone calls me and they have something sad that they're telling me about themselves, or any experience they're sharing, and yeah, I would always joke to make them feel lighter or better. But I figured it's not a good listening skill. So nowadays I actually sit. I think the sober confession has also helped me. I sit on the other side and I listen and I take note, and I try to remember always what people tell me. And yeah, it helps in the kind of relationships you attract around you. Because if you're a good listener, other people will also listen to you. You'll have healthier conversations. So yeah, it's good to live in the moment. So when someone is talking to you, don't touch your phone. Don't be on Instagram. Don't be on Candy Crush. Don't be on any distraction, TikTok or anything. Just listen to them. If you're doing, if you're having a really deep conversation, you can lower the volume of a TV and listen to your partner or listen to your friend. I think you guys get what I'm saying. Like, always try to live in the moment. What can I say? Also, I'll give you an example, like Snapchat, or now TikTok, I think, is a trending app. I don't know. So when you meet and you just want to take videos, you want to take pictures and all that, if you realize, you'll spend most of the time doing that, and you will spend less time actually enjoying or living in the moment. So take a deep breath, sit down, enjoy, take a few videos. Okay, you also need the memories, so you can take the videos and pictures, and then you sit and now relax and feel and live in the moment and enjoy and do all those kinds of things. Yeah, I realize nowadays people rarely live in a moment. By the way, it's a bad habit that we all have. Yeah. What else can I say? Be more generous, give more. The way we love ourselves. Oh my God, we really love ourselves. Okay, if you don't love yourself, you need to practice self-love. Like, I don't know. I mean, if it's raining and you had one umbrella and your neighbor who you've never talked to also wants to move, you probably just ignore them, use your umbrella and go wherever you're going. But how would you feel if you were the one without the umbrella? You'd want that person to help you, or you'd be like, I wish. So whenever you're making such decisions, it's better to help people around you the way you'd want to be helped. It's a good way. You attract positive vibes around you. You attract positive energy and those things, yeah. So you need to treat others the way you'd want to be treated. I'll give an example. I don't know if I should give this example, but what can I say? Okay, I'll just say we need to be more generous. We need to give more and treat other people the way we would want to be treated. I feel like I'm preaching right now, but yes, we need to love others just like we are told in the Bible. Yeah, then prayer. Oh my God, pray, guys, pray. When you pray about everything, you'll feel more positive. Like you'll know that God has got this. It's no longer about faith, it's about knowing. That's something I learned recently, by the way. But anyway, so you move from faith to knowing. So you know God has sorted you. You know God, you've got this with God on your side. So when you pray more, you will you will put your problems aside, and then you will live happier. You will, attract positive vibes around you, and you will radiate positive energy as well. Yeah, basically that's it. There's one point I wanted to share, but I don't know. Oh yeah, the power of the tongue. Sometimes you might have some friends, and let me say something bad happens to them, or they get unlucky, and then you're there for them. You're like, oh, sorry, what? They're like, wait, you'll tell me when it happens to you. I think some of you can relate to that statement, but that is a very negative statement. That is speaking negativity into someone else's life. Because it has happened to you doesn't mean that their story is the same. And even if it's the same, the least you can do is wish them well, that they are not in the same situation. Or there are other negative comments people throw around. So if you feel you have someone maybe around you doing those things, you just withdraw yourself, put yourself aside, put yourself away from those vibes and that energy. And yeah, you will start feeling better about yourself. You will be like, if someone tells you something bad, just snap. Or I don't know what you can tell yourself, but just know it's not going to happen. You believe so, and speak it into your life, saying, no, that is not my portion. That is not for me. My story is different. All those positive mantras that we say, yes, when you speak those things into your life, they actually happen. For example, if you come, I don't want to give a school example, but what can I say? Have you ever gone into something, okay, let me say an interview, and you come out and you feel, oh my God, this one was bad. It's a different feeling when you feel it. It's a thought, as I said, but the fact is you have done the interview. Yeah, there has to be a winner and a loser. That's a fact. But the thought in your head of, oh, I don't think I've got it. No, put that aside and tell yourself, if it's mine, it will be mine. And or you the better way is saying, if I don't get this, I know there's better ahead. Like have that positivity. Or you can actually say, no, for me, no, losing is not my portion. I'm not going to lose. And you'll find that you are attracting so much positivity around you and good vibes and everything. And guys, just have fun with everyone around you. Be happy. Don't be the one who's always getting angry when people are talking. You just want to pick the negative things they're saying, and then before you think about it, expound on it. Pananga researcher. Don't do those things. Like when you're around people, just be happy. Learn from them as they learn from you. And I don't know, if it's time for dancing, dance. Like, just be a happy person. There's no need for sad. Like, why are you choosing to be sad? Why are you sitting down if people are dancing? If you don't know how to dance, stand up and shake a bit. Okay, there are situations, of course, where you'll choose to sit. If it makes you happy and more comfortable to sit, do so and smile and support them and be happy. But when they're dancing, if you have these thoughts of, oh, I wish I could do this, then you know that you should stand up and do what you can do instead of wishing to be in their shoes. Yeah, that's all I had to say in this session. Oh my God, you guys, it's really hard to talk alone, but thank you for listening. And I don't want to talk for too long because I can't hear anything you guys are saying. I can't hear you. Anyway, so as the culture of the sober confession goes, I'm going to need to give you a sober confession. First of all, before we end this, I don't think I've shared everything, but that's just some of the few things I practice. Some were not habits, but I forced myself to do them. So I will be waiting to hear the questions that you have. And we can talk more on our Instagram page, The Sober Confession. You can send in your comments and messages and I'll respond to them. And I'll also have another podcast responding to your comments and your questions. Yeah, that's basically it. So for my sober confession, my sober confession is simple. I was not so excited to do this podcast because I think sometimes when people do podcasts alone without guests, they're not that interesting. But I don't know how this one went. It was kind of easy, by the way. It was like me just repeating these things to myself and awakening them. So for me, it wasn't that bad. But I'll wait to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for listening and joining us on The Sober Confession. Have a great week. Bye-bye.